Change your diet, change your life, change the planet.
What is your training like for an event like this?
Well, unfortunately this year I was very unprepared for the snowshoeing part of it. Global warming or not, Duluth has not had any snow until the last 2 weeks, and so I've been doing my regular running training and you know, got in a total of I think 6 snowshoe runs this entire year, and 4 of those were in the last 2 weeks. So that's my snowshoeing training this year, and it sounds like Eric's story is pretty much.
And what do you
the same.
run for mileage per week?
I made a pretty conscious decision about a decade ago to moderate my mileage into, you know, I'm like 100K a week kind of guy on the typical week with a good long run in there and stuff like that, but not a high volume guy anymore. I was for, and maybe I'm living off of that in some ways. I was a 100-mile a week kind of guy for, you know, about a decade in there, and through some injuries and just some life circumstances, I chose to relax for the purpose of longevity. And for me, that simultaneously meant going also more to trails and to snowshoeing and just doing different things. So, you know, for me, it's just right with my lifestyle, I guess.
Nice. So you're the 2011 snowshoe champion, and you're second in the world today.
Correct.
And this was your 4th snowshoe race ever?
Yep, 4th snowshoe race. First time I didn't have to borrow snowshoes from someone else, so that was nice.
Awesome. And how'd you feel about
on my own?
How'd you feel about the course today?
I thought it was beautiful. I loved it. It was nice and scenic. I'd never actually been on snowshoes on hills that steep, either up or down, so it took a little getting used to, but it was fun.
Eric, you're a road marathoner. Is that your main sport?
Yeah, that would be my main focus, I would say.
And did you go for the Olympic trials this year, or is that a goal of yours?
Yeah, it was a goal. I didn't quite hit it this time. But
You're like a 2:21 marathoner?
yeah, I ran 2:21 a couple years ago.
Nice, solid. And will you continue snowshoeing now that you've found some success at it?
Yeah, I love snowshoeing. In fact, I was hoping to focus a little more on it this winter, but like Greg said, we haven't had any snow at all in Minnesota since the beginning of December. So I've only been out on snowshoes a handful of times, maybe four or 5 times or something. So that was a little disappointing this year, but I'd like to get into it a little more.
And how did the race go today? Were you with David Le Porho, who won it? Were you with him for a lot of it, or were you on your own?
Yeah, we were right together the entire first loop, and we were still together on this area, and the uphill on the second loop we were right together too, and I felt good and strong, and he just pulled away a little on the technical steep downhills. I wasn't used to that. I kind of flew into a couple of snowbanks and stuff on the way down, so he pulled away a little bit on that section. But.
Awesome. Hey, well, congratulations, man.
All right, thanks.
Awesome.
Hi, my name is Melanie Nadeau. I'm from Quebec, Sherbrooke, in the Eastern Township. I'm a member of Club de Trail Le Coureur, and today was very exciting. I came 3rd, very happy about it. And Tim is very inspiring to me. I'm trying to go 100% raw. I'm about 95, I would say, and I feel great eating that food and making my smoothies, and that's about it.
Have you seen your performance get better as you've changed your diet?
I feel better, I have more energy, and you know, I recover faster between my training. Yes, I do. I feel way better.
And what is your main sport?
I used to be a cyclist I was a cyclist until 2001, and then I started running because, you know, I can't stop and do nothing. And so I've been running for 10 years, but I had 3 babies, so I kind of stopped for a couple months, and I always started after, and now my youngest one will be turned 3 years old, so I started back about 2.5 years ago.
So not only were you 3rd in the world today, but you were the #1 Canadian.
Yes, I was, and I get to go to Italy next year.
You got a free trip to Italy.
I know, and you know what I told my husband before I left? I was like, you know, I would really like to go race in Italy doing that snowshoe race. And here it is today.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, Melanie, what did you eat for dinner last night, and what did you have for breakfast?
For dinner, I made myself kind of a raw burger with dehydrated buckwheat, quinoa, sunflower seeds with salsa made out of mango, water, dates, apple cider vinegar over lettuce, tomato, bell pepper, and cilantro. And this morning I had raw almond milk with an apple, pear in my milk with the Vega product which I love, and an orange. So that was it.
Nice. And that's plenty of fuel to get you through a 10K. Yes. Good. I agree.
Yeah.
Everybody asks me, they're like, that's not enough food to get you through a race.
Yeah,
it's like, it's plenty.
Yes.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm David Le Porho, David Le Porho in French, and I come from Montréal, Canada, Quebec. And today was a big day and nice day for me because I won the race today, the World Championship Snowshoe, and I'm very, very happy for that.
And you won in 2011 as well.
Yes, in Japan. This is
So you're two-time world champion.
2 times step by step, but 2 times in 11 and 12, so it's good for me.
Excellent. Now, David, how do you train for snowshoe racing?
I train on the track, indoor track, and with snowshoes too. You know, I run maybe around 500 kilometers this winter for this race, and the other training is only on the road. You know, because I'm a marathoner.
Oh, you're a marathoner.
Yeah.
What's your best marathon time?
2 hours and 29 minutes.
2:29.
At Boston last year.
Okay. But you do well in the hard stuff, the hills. Do you like the hills?
Yeah, I like this because I run a lot of trail races too. So I like this. I like when you have like changement of pace, you know. So I like this.
Good. And David, what do you eat before the race in the morning? Petit déjeuner.
Pour le petit déjeuner, je mange céréales like cereal and gruau. You know gruau?
Gruau?
Like gruau, like with
Oatmeal?
milk. Yeah, milk with cereal. Sometimes toast with butter and that's it. And some fruits. That's it.
Okay. And I'm going to try to get you into the Empire State Building race next year. Are you game? Yeah?
I'm game.
Okay, good.
If you want
Yes.
that I come to USA, I can do that. No problem.
Excellent.
Je m'appelle Joël Bourgeois, je viens de la ville de Québec.
And Joel, how did you do today? What place did you get?
I was 6th today,
And Joel, how old are you?
41 next month.
So you were the second master at the World Championships today.
Yeah, but that was lack of fair play by the guy who just passed me at the end without telling me his age, so my excuse.
Now, Joel, you've just been telling me about your race resume. You're a 2-time Olympian?
Yep.
And what sport?
I went to the 96 and 2000 Olympics in the 3,000 meter steeplechase.
In steeplechase. And I also just heard that 2 years ago at the age of 39, you ran a 29:30 10K?
I'll have to check my records. I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah, still in sub 30 for my 10Ks.
So you'd like
I'd like to get back under 30 this year as well.
Which would make you one of the fastest North Americans over 40 at 10K.
If you say so, I didn't check.
So what is your training like? Like what type of training do you do?
Well, absolutely no snowshoe for one thing. This is my 3rd snowshoe race of the year, and less than 10 times snowshoes on snowshoes the whole winter. But so I run. So it's winter for me is base training, lots of mileage, long runs, the standard 2-hour long run on Sunday morning, and a couple of intervals, tempo-based intervals, longer stuff, with always a good shot of speed, just all over the place, just strides, lots of hundreds, just to maintain that leg turnover without going really at the track expenditure. So basically mileage, tempos, and a bit of speed to keep up the leg turnover. That's winter. Right now it's transition, and I'm gonna focus more on track for the next month or two. I'm going to be racing track in May and June, and then get back again to road, trail, whatever's there, whatever's fun.
Now, when you say mileage, what kind of mileage do you mean? Like 160 kilometers a week?
Not much. I've been going through the winter in probably 120, 140 kilometers. Add to that quite a bit of cross-country skiing, snowshoeing here and there, a bit of cycling as well. There is this one event in Quebec City, which was 2 weeks ago. It's called the Winter Pentathlon. It's 45 kilometers total. There's cycling, running, skiing, speed skating, and snowshoe. It's like a triathlon. It's all in one shot. So I won that 2 weeks ago. So I actually did quite a bit of cross-country skiing this winter as well. So that was a supplement on training. So my 120, 130K typical week was probably worth more like a 100-mile week if you add the other sports, which is a lot lower than I'm doing more for fun right now. So 10 years ago, 100 miles to 110 miles would have been my standard in this time of the year.
Wow, awesome. That's great. Do you go by hours or distance when you train?
Both. I might put in, I might log in a 30K long run or a 2-hour long run. It just depends on the mood, if I know the course or not, or if I sometimes don't even, I just go out for a run, no watch, no distance, just roughly an hour without really knowing. So it really varies by feel, depending on what's the objective of the day.
That my daughter and I both have a breakfast smoothie, and as long as I add a handful of blueberries to whatever it is, she finds it palatable. So I can have as much flaxseed and healthy vegetables in there as the blender can handle, as long as there's something like blueberries that overcomes some of those other flavors. It's fantastic, and she loves it, and I think it's very healthy for her.
Now, is that a visual thing for her as well, if she sees the blueberries going in, or is it more about the taste?
No, I think it is more about the taste, and then the overall color of the smoothie. Although she has grown to green is not objectionable to her, so like the color green in a smoothie no longer has a repulsive thing. It's, hey, Shamrock Shakes are green. If we can indoctrinate kids into Shamrock Shakes, we can do kale smoothies.
Awesome.
So during the summer, my work schedule changes a little bit, and often I'll come home for lunch and have a smoothie. And because I like the taste of my smoothies, often I'll drink the entire blender full of smoothie. And what I find amazing is that I can go do a hard workout, tempo run, track workout, whatever, within 2 hours of drinking that entire thing. I might be very full the first 15, 20 minutes after drinking that, but it's just amazing how that is cleansing and doesn't slow me down.